Three buildings on Castle Street, two homes and a church, were destroyed by fire around 4:30 on Sunday morning. The fire started in a home occupied at the time by 5 people, 2 adults and 3 minors. The small wooden structure was located between these two buildings, but after the blaze, there's little trace of the family home. Only a small rubble of zinc and charred wood remains. The fire service say that the fire was deliberately set. Reports are that the doors from the home were locked from the outside to prevent the family from getting out during the fire.
On arrival on the scene, we found a wooden 20 by 24 structure fully engulfed in flames. This structure sat between two-story concrete structures on either side. The upper flat of both of these concrete structures, one at 25 Castle Street, the other at number 19 Castle Street, were also on fire. The National Fire Service got into operation to extinguish the fire. As a result, the wooden structure at number 21 Castle Street was totally destroyed, and the upper flat of both of the concrete structures were gutted by the fire. The fire originated on the wooden structure, on the southwest section of that structure. The fire is classified as incendiary in nature.
Are there allegations that the wooden structure was locked from the outside? Could you comment?
According to the occupant, yes. They tried to get out via the door, but it was apparently jammed. It wouldn't open, so they came out through a side window.
Might it have been another fire tragedy? Were they not able to find a side way out?
It most certainly could have ended up in another fire tragedy. We're grateful that God was with the family. They did manage to find a way out.
As the flames spread through the wooden home, they caught the roof of this concrete house next to it. A family of 5 lived upstairs, while 2 other persons lived in the lower flat. Everything was destroyed by the fire in the upper flat, while downstairs suffered water damage. Louis Barcelona says that he and his family are fortunate to have escaped unhurt.
We were asleep, but we hear this cracking noise in our room. And crack, 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 crack. And when we get up, my girlfriend got up and she looked outside the window. And we saw a big blaze, and so she said, okay, the fire. We just grab her young children. I have a newborn, 2 weeks, and we ran out.
What all got destroyed in your home?
Everything I had.
Do you have an estimated value for the things you've lost?
Because we just got a sofa set with value like $2,700. We got a bed, 3 beds. I say roughly about 7,000 roughly. The contents.
What about the structural damage?
Inside, the total thing. Yeah, because the whole upstairs got destroyed. That's about roughly $15 to $20,000. This is the material stuff. We could always replace them, but the lives, we cannot replace the lives. So that's why we just run out and grab our children first, and the rest could be afterwards. But we can't replace our life. So it hurt that we lost everything, yes, but they're material stuff.
How do you rebuild from here?
We start from scratch again. One day at a time.
Also having to rebuild is the Salvation Army. Their church on Castle Street is located on the other side of the wooden home that was destroyed by fire. They received calls in the early hours of Sunday morning that the church was on fire. They lost everything on the 2nd floor. They are still assessing the damage they sustained.
The structure has suffered significant damages from the top floor. It's a 2-story building, and basically the roof is totally gone. And there are some also structural damage to the concrete and so on and so forth. It is really difficult to tell based on what was inside and so on and so forth. You know, there's a legacy. Most people would have the memories and so on and so forth and record. So the loss is very significant for us. The fire spread quickly. Had it not been the professionalism and the quick response of the fire brigade, I am sure the entire neighborhood would have been destroyed. But we must commend the fire brigade for the selfless action. They have prevented the fire. They have contained the fire and prevented it from moving to the other buildings next door.
The folks in that community of Northside are very, very supportive to the army. A lot of them don't really attend church per se, but they see the army as their church home. Whenever there's a death in the family or somebody needs some sort of counseling or they need assistance because somebody is not working or so forth, they look to us. So I think it is a significant loss to the community in general.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.